Just when I was about to make coffee, I saw Louis Rossman's latest video, and I could not recommend watching that video more. It's just, he's so right about YouTube. And I just want to use my platform to draw attention to this problem a little bit, because, yeah, we all know that this happens. But I think that YouTubers, for the most part, are a little bit oblivious to it and they just don't want to hear it. But if YouTube wants to demonetize you, they will. Remember my podcast about this problem? I don't know if you do, but a few episodes ago, I made a podcast episode about YouTube demonetization and what happened to me and how I got weird emails, and then in the end, nothing happened. But I will never feel safe again with this channel, which is why I have a Patreon now, which is, by the way, Patreon has become a lot better. You can upload videos there and everything. And so, yeah, diversify. Really do that. Because YouTube, I mean, they do care about their platform. They do care about bringing in the money. They do care about certain creators, I would say. But they don't care about you. Especially if you have a few thousand subscribers. You are very, very replaceable. Just look at the numbers. How many creators are there with a few thousand subscribers? You don't bring enough money to really care as one person. Maybe if 10,000 of you would leave, maybe then YouTube would care for a second, and then it would stop and do whatever crap they were doing before all over again. And I said in other episodes too that they take away features that creators like, they bring on new features, they don't listen to the creators, they do whatever they want because it's their platform. You get a free platform to promote your videos, but it's not more than that. You get a community, but it's not your community. It's users on their platform. It's the same with Patreon, which is why I want to go self-hosted at some point. But this is way, way, way harder than having community on a platform where users already exist and are logged in and want to comment and have a system going on. So you will always be dependent on YouTube. And there are two ways you can play it. As in, you can say, oh, I just want to be a vanilla YouTuber and just be politically correct all the time, never crack a joke, never say shit, and just be correct like, I don't know, some boring ass children content channel or something. I don't know, something adults don't watch. You can do that. You can be perfectly polite. I mean, maybe there are cool channels who don't swear. Personally, I look for videos with a lot of swearing in them because I find it entertaining, and that's why I use swearing in my videos, not because I want to be vulgar. I think it's just hilarious to watch people swear. And I think there are also two different kinds, the one where it's like ill-willed and mean, and people are making fun of other people, or at the expense of other people they use a lot of mean words. And then there are channels that are just where it's part of the language, where it's part of the vibe. That's the kind of stuff that I like to watch because I think it's fun. It's more fun than the knitting videos, and if you don't like it or you say something critical, it's like, oh, you're a hater. Yeah. Like, if you don't like something I say, you're not a hater, you're just somebody who doesn't like it, and that's fine. Anyway, YouTube claims they want to make everything more safe for everyone, they want to make it nicer for everyone, but what they really want to say is they want to make it advertiser-friendly. They're not catering to the users. They don't care about whether or not you are triggered by some eating disorder video, or whether or not you are depressed by watching all these beautiful influencers in their, ski resorts, tanning. They don't care about that. Otherwise, there would be no content at all. But there is this vague little limit, after which YouTube perceives your content as problematic, and if you're flagged that way, you're always going to have a problem with YouTube. I probably have a problem with YouTube. I don't know, but I know that I make less because I swear, and I know that I don't get as much reach as I did in the beginning, And some videos, you can also see that, like, they get organic reach and then they are capped a little bit. And either it's promoted to the wrong audience or it's just not promoted anymore. I don't know that because YouTube is intransparent as fuck. So I think it would be awesome for creators if YouTube would just be more transparent, more open. But I also know that this is never going to happen. So some of my content will always be paywalled and will always be on other platforms for that reason, because I don't see why I should put like very personal content on a platform that doesn't value me as a person. And I don't see why I should put like all my work into just one platform. I do have an Odyssey account, but personally I don't like the interface. It's slow and yeah, it's just not a good interface. I have a website, you know, and stuff, and TikTok, but to me it's all the same really, unless it's self-hosted and it's on your own server. Yeah, never gonna happen. Anyway, I just wanted to draw your awareness to that. Watch Louis's video. YouTube is getting sadder by the minute. Is that the word? Sadder, saddest? Yeah, right. Okay. And diversification is really hard as a YouTuber because there are not many things that you can do. You can, you know, write a book or sell merch or, I don't know, give one-on-ones. I think literally people ask me like, hey, would you give me life advice on a one-on-one video? And I was like, what? I don't have life advice. Barely been 4 decades on this planet. I don't know shit. Like what? I don't want your money. No. Like at some point I offered this and then later I was like, no, this is the wrong thing. I will not offer this anymore. And I don't have advice to give and I don't want to rip people off. But I feel like as long as you're politically correct, you can rip people off as much as you want, you know, because they are willingly paying for it. And as soon as you get like a little bit funny, then they're watching you. And it's sad. It's sad because the power of this platform is how liberal it is, you know, not liberal in a political sense, liberal in the sense of liberty, how, at least in my language, it's used that way. So the power of YouTube is how there are so many different forms of creativity. And I feel like they're killing that. They're killing that. And even if you diversify to the point that you have like a bookstore and your own merch shop on your own website and everything, it's still all tied to YouTube. YouTube is the moneymaker. YouTube is what will bring in the clicks and the likes and the people who eventually say, hey, I like your content so much, I want more of it. That's why I give you $5. You know, here's a coffee, just chill, I love your content. And that amazing thing, I don't see that happen if, for instance, I just had a blog and I were on Patreon. I mean, that would be a full-time job and more, just to fill a blog with content. And to get a blog running, you have to be really good. Eventually you have to have a team. You're gonna be a one-man show for 10 years and work super hard unless you have some easy tech topic or something, you know, something that people Google frequently. But if you, let's say, have a fashion blog or you have a, I don't know, I had a zero waste homepage that was clicked pretty well because people care about the environment, but it was a trend. And at some point people like cared a lot, and now they stopped caring again a little bit. And same with minimalism. For a while there were just like 5 minimalism vloggers or YouTubers or people who had also a blog, and everyone would Google that, but there was not enough content out there, so you weren't competing with a lot of people. And on YouTube, because of the suggestive system that just brings viewers who are naturally interested in some sort of topic to you, you don't have the problem that you are competing with like the whole world. Even Google, you know, even because Google diverts people to different streams of interest, they bring just a few people to your page, right? Not everybody gets the same Google result. Not everybody gets the same YouTube result. Anyway, this is a problem. I don't know what to do about it. I don't want to be politically correct. I don't want to censor myself and just, never use swear words. I mean, the ad revenue is one thing. I think it's fine if at some point I get a sponsor or something, or people say, hey, I want to buy your coffee because I like your stuff and I like you saying shit. I'm totally gonna do that for you guys, but I don't have a solution to the problem of hosting, and I don't trust some other site more than YouTube. I mean, it's all promises and it's all, yeah, we're not gonna delete your stuff until there's some new law they freak out about. And for instance, in Germany, there are several digital protection laws, and they are super weird. Like YouTube, for instance, in order to comply with these laws, they went totally overboard and they overdid it, and it didn't even make sense. And a lot of lawyers on the internet even said, like, this is unnecessary and you can fight this, but nobody fights this. Nobody fights this. We all just comply, and we're like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna use this or that 5 seconds of music anymore because then it's gonna get copyrighted, even though you have a right to citation. That's like one example. And this stuff happens all the time. You just don't see it as a viewer. As a viewer, you sit back and you think like, well, this has changed, that has changed, but you don't see all these hideous emails that we get, all these, oh yeah, we have this new feature for you creators in order to comply more with our rules and stuff. It's tiring. It's tiring. Creators just want to put out content and create and show people stuff that they like, and do not worry about stuff as long as it is okay with the law. And this whole, but it needs to be kid friendly and it needs to be ad friendly, and it, by the way, when are people going to start watch their kids? Like, your kid is not to be, it's not supposed to be on the phone unsupervised. Your 5-year-old is not supposed to watch shit on the phone unsupervised. Ever. Don't trust Google with their, that is for 5 euros. Don't trust them. By the way, most people put it on 12. Like, personally, I would do that. Because if you have a phone for your kid and you put on YouTube Kids, that shit's disturbing. It's disturbing. It's like Paw Patrol all the time and this kind of crap that completely kills their brain cells. Ew. Like, this is more harmful. Like, my kid used to love a trepanation surgery video that was on YouTube. It's now 18 years plus, or it has been removed, I don't know. But her grandma, my mother, she's a surgeon, and so I would explain to her like how craniotomy work and how trepanation works and stuff like that, and she was just super interested in it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you a video of trepanation, because if you like surgery that much, maybe watch one and then you will stop nagging me. Well, the opposite was the case. She was just super interested in it, and then at some point she was like, yeah, I want to watch more surgery videos. You can show that to my kid anymore because I can't even watch the 18 plus content on YouTube, because for some reason they wanted me to enter my credit card number to verify my age, and I was like, no, fuck you. Anyway, that's that. I probably forgot what I wanted to say, but yeah, I don't have a solution to this problem. You can follow me on my blog, undinealmani.com, or you can follow me on Patreon. By the way, you don't have to become a member to follow somebody on Patreon. You can just follow them, and they, you get the public posts. If you don't want to become a Patreon member, you can just give a one-time donation. Just remember to cancel it, because even if you say I want to give you $10 one time, they make that a recurring thing for some weird reason, but then don't give you the tier benefits, because you have five tiers or something, and the first tier is easy early access, ad-free or something. But if you make an individual pledge, you don't get any of that shit, I think. I'm not sure if they fixed it by now. I don't know. They're doing some updating, but anyway, that's that. I hope YouTube gets better, hope dies last, but yeah.